Good morning, you beautiful people. On the last episode of the Minecraft experience, we got to experience the tragic loss of our mending villager. And in exchange for his life, we created this simple and effective iron farm. But as far as this episode's concerned, I think it's time we take all of these villagers and make them someplace actually safe. Also, for as effective as this iron farm is, it's not nearly as effective as my old one in my first Minecraft experience. So we are going to expand on this further, build some more modules, and hopefully get even richer. So to kick things off, let's go see what I'm building in the mountain. Beautiful people, I am excited to finally show you what I've been building right here. This, my friends, is a villager breeder. This design is taken by the beautiful people over there at Shulkercraft. There's nothing too out of the ordinary to talk about here. It's your box standard villager breeder. There's a field of carrots, there's some inaccessible beds, the baby always falls down because of trapdoors, you know the deal. As for the theme I'm going with for this whole villager breeder system, I've decided to go with a spruce wood theme. Spruce wood gives a warm feeling, and I wanted this place to feel really cozy, especially being here on the top of a frozen peaks where you can, sometime when this snows, beautiful people, when this snows, it is so cozy in here. I think I'm going to add a fireplace back here. I need to touch up a little bit here. We're not entirely done yet. This is just kind of the first rough draft of it. But either way, this place is really cozy. You see, this is where the villagers will be. This is trapdoors. This is where they'll fall down. You know how it goes. I guess I should show you. This is where the babies will fall, and then they'll come to this fence paired with this water source right here. The babies are too short to be taken by the water source, but as soon as they grow up into adults, they'll be taken up here, and then they will go up here to this area. I don't know exactly where yet. We're still figuring that part out. But this is actually even further on this peak. You can see this is where we started down here. This is the actual breeder. And by the way, I love the cobbled deep slate up here. That is a beautiful, beautiful block. So yes, they start down there. That's the main floor, but then we can go all the way up here into this area. And this is where we are going to process them. And up here, there is just such a vast assortment of things that I want to do with these villagers. I want a place where I can handle each one of them one by one. I want a place where I can place down a workstation for them and see what type of villager I want them to be and try to get the traits that I want them to have, specifically with librarians. And then I want a fairly easy way of placing them in the world somewhere. And that's where this railway system comes into play. Part of the reason we're on top of this mountain is because this has easy access to a lot of different areas of the world. You could see if we go through this area, which I've already preset up, this is this side of the mountain, the place that we haven't really used before. But if we continue on this way, this is another area where we can quickly access villagers and take advantage of them. And over here is the place that we all probably know and love. This is the front of this mountain where we can place villagers anywhere over here. So this will hopefully avoid all of the trouble that we had last episode with villagers being constantly in danger. So there's nothing left to do other than, well, get building. Now, beautiful people, one of my biggest opportunities as a Minecraft player is building. Personally, I don't think I'm all that great at building. I think I have good concepts, but I can never really execute them very well. I think my builds lack a little bit of depth that I want them to have. So this build is going to serve us as a starting point for this entire season. I'm happy with this build for sure, but I think it could be better. You can clearly see we have a dark oak wood / brick texture going on here, and I do genuinely love how all of these blocks go together, especially the deep slate cobble roof. That was a surprise to me, and I absolutely love it. I don't think anything here looks horrible, but feel free to comment below and let me know how I could improve this build. But let's show you around the place, see what I came up with. All right, coming through the door, you can see this is the main area, and like I said, I'm pretty happy with this. To our right here, we have kind of the main control room. Villagers come down there, push the button, they go over here to where, I don't know if you know this, beautiful people, but you can actually put armor on villagers. You hit this button right here and it dispenses armor on them. You have name tags, emeralds, and trading materials right here. Obviously all the workstations for all the different types of villagers that we want to turn them into. But one of my favorite things has to be this thing. This is our track selector. And whichever way this points, that is where the track is going to be selected. If we hit this button, it will actually go to the correct location that this track selector is pointed. Now you can actually see through the glass here, this is where the track goes. It goes up into here, up into this room, and I added in some dispensers here with some healing potions, and we can add whatever potions we want to if we want to give the villager anything special. But then they move on down to here, and this is where you saw earlier in the episode where we can select them to go left, straight, or down that right side. If we switch this over to the left over here, we can see this track moves over to the left. It took a little bit of trial and error to figure out that redstone. But as we go down this track, you can see we got the leaves, the lanterns, and this dark oak, and this cyan kind of highlighting everything, the banners. I love this banner. I forget where I found this pattern, but I really love it with the cyan and the mountains on the mountaintop here. Ooh, it fits super, super well. The brick and the red clay, it's just a classic combination that I absolutely love using. Now, at the end of each of the 3 different possible routes that we can take these villagers, I have a whole chest full of netherrack and a whole chest, well, not a whole chest, but a chest with rail and powered rail inside of it. So that means wherever we take these villagers, we are automatically equipped with all of the stuff that we need to take care of them with. And like I said, I'm pretty happy with this build. This isn't a terrible build. I really like this. And I'm just now starting to work on the outside, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with this. Again, I love this combination of the deep slate cobble and the spruce wood. It looks so great. I mean, it just looks so cozy, doesn't it? I think it does. Obviously, I need to finish up the floor and kind of add some more details into here. Don't know if I like the brick in here, but you know, we'll play with that a little bit more. As for the outside decoration of each of these sections of track here, if we head on out here, we can see we've got a little bit of a deck as well as a little bit of a shelter over here. Similar to the front entrance, but I added just a little bit of something out here to kind of give it some support, and I think it looks pretty nice. And yes, I did just finish putting in the villagers in the actual villager breeder right here. Thankfully, no other exciting stories. Nobody died. It was nice and easy and simple. I didn't mess up like the first time should have been. I think these guys have actually already gotten a couple. Yeah, look at that. We've already gotten a couple villagers here. Now, I also need a way to turn this off so I don't just have infinite villagers up here. So I think I'm just going to add in some pistons with this block and just drown them. Yeah, that's pretty dark, I know, but hey, that's what we gotta do sometimes in Minecraft. And how could I forget, beautiful people? I added in this cozy fireplace here. I really love it. Dude, this deep slate, the deep slate is just my favorite thing in Minecraft in so long. And then I added this little window thing here with this. Like I said, I'm not a great builder, but I love the paintings and the fire and the spruce wood. It makes it feel very, very warm and homey and comfortable, so I like that. Oh, and this view, beautiful people, just take a look at this view. I love this world. But let's not lose focus here, beautiful people. We built that villager breeder so that we can get more villagers, so that we can expand this iron farm. Hopefully I can remember how to build this thing. It's been a little bit of time between episodes. I think the redstone goes something like this, if I'm not mistaken. You add in the torch. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Oh, we gotta slow these down a little bit. I think this is, oh boy, that's a weird texture bug. I think that's Optifine or something being weird. I believe that is where the beds go, and then we'll go glass on the side here. Yeah, this is a pretty simple design. There's really nothing too difficult about this. So this is the top right here. So this is where the stairs go. Oh no, that is not the orientation. Walls go up like so. And just like that, this thing is basically done. That took a lot less time than I even remember. All right, outside of the other decorative stuff, that's basically it. Yeah, not too much fanfare this time, I guess. That's okay with me. Oh, beautiful people, this thing is working like a charm. In fact, these guys are more productive than I even thought they were gonna be. Obviously, you can see why I put in that little piston right here for pushing this guy up, but we don't need to do that because, oh, there's a guy stuck here too. Don't worry, as soon as there's more than one of these guys, they shoot up here, because if you see over here, we have, well, we have carrots, but we have quite a bit of these guys in here, which is pretty fantastic. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, we had one of them slip through the cracks here as a little kid. I was going up the water pipe one time, and this guy slipped through as a child. Grew up here. We'll see how long he lives for. Now, I did a little bit more building out here. As you can see, we made this a little bit more fancy. And again, like I said, I'm trying to be a better builder here. I love it when mobs are incorporated into buildings. So I put in a chicken on a lead right here and an iron golem on a lead right here, and put some little details in the floor, make it look a little bit more roughed up. We got all of these here as if we're importing all of the stuff that we can trade to these villagers, all that sort of thing. And in addition to the cobbled deep slate, I put in these deep slate bricks, and I gotta say, the deep slate, man, the deep slate is the best. And I went through this entire thing and I put this deep slate brick into here. I think it looks so much better, so much more detailed, and I absolutely love it. But that's not the only thing I detailed either. If we go down here, you could see, yes, I extended out a little kind of walkway area, maybe a little deck area right here in front of our original villager breeder. Once again, I just think this looks so cozy. This is not the final product. I've got one more idea that I want to do with this area, specifically down here. I think you guys are going to like it, but yeah, this was a pretty cool area to build. I'm really happy with it. But as you can see, we've finished this other module here for our iron farm. And we've got all of this netherrack that we used from this little exit right here in order to connect it with all of this minecart track. I guess also worth showing you, I added in a little piston door here just so we can close it off, be a little bit safer for the villagers in here. But yes, we got this track going all the way down to these modules here, and I think we're ready to put in these villagers. So let's head on into this building. Ooh, it looks so cozy. I love it. I love it. This is super, super fun. Okay, now we're going to hit this button and hopefully get a villager. Hopefully they can drop out here. Perfect. Awesome. Now we're going to try to put some armor on you. Let's suit him up right here. Get that going. Oh, that's perfect. He took the armor. That sounds fantastic. Awesome. And now we're going to make sure we're going to the right here. Just want to make sure, okay, he's going to go here, he's going to go forward, and he's going to go to the right. It's time to send it. Here it is, moment of truth. First time I've ever done this. Here we go. He's going to go underneath here. He's going to get healed by some healing potions, and we're going to follow him all the way out here. Let's go, little guy. Nice. So far, so good. Made it outside. This is it. Very good. I think that's it. So long as this minecart track does us good, that should be it. And he's in. Look at that. And he's already a farmer. That was so easy, beautiful people. So let's do that again. Get a villager up here, bring him down, suit him up, make sure they're going the right way, and send it. Let's go. Get him healed. Don't get in the way. Very good. And away we go. Seems like he took a little damage getting in here, but that should be okay since he's all armored up. Let's break that minecart, hopefully. Very good. Oh my goodness, they already made a little baby. My goodness, that's insane. We'll just close that up, and yeah, that side is all done. We just gotta wait for that villager to grow up, and we should be good. Flip this guy right here so they go straight. All right, 2 more times, beautiful people. All right, that guy went in successfully. We got to kind of step this up. It is getting dark outside. I will say, working up here and coming out to this view every day, the sunset and the nighttime, oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. I love this mountain range and this village and the way things look. It's just, oh, I love it. And that's it, beautiful people. Now, all we have to do is get a zombie in here, which again, isn't going to be too terribly difficult. Excuse me. Shouldn't be too terribly difficult, and then we will have to wait for the villager to grow up before this actually becomes an actual iron farm. In the meantime, I'm gonna get rid of this ugly netherrack, which, by the way, I chose netherrack because you can insta-mine it with the pick, same thing as the minecarts, and it is a bright red block, which stands out more than like a dirt block or something would with the natural ground. But it comforts me to know that all of my hard work with this thing has paid off. And I'm gonna try a little bit more building here. Beautiful people, I think this may be one of my favorite builds ever. I love this place. And of course, it would have to rain just right now. But even still, this place is pretty darn gorgeous when it's snowing outside too. I mean, this is pretty cozy. So here it is. Instead of just getting rid of the sheep that were up here for all the wool, I decided to fence them in down there, maybe make some podzol right there. I added in a little wheat field here and a campfire just to give us some smoke and some motion here. We built up this big retaining wall. I tried a bunch of different block palettes, especially the darker block palette, and I decided to go with this one. I felt like I wanted it to stand out against this guy, so using a lighter gray kind of worked right here. And this villager is actually the villager that snuck into the top part of this build right here. He found his way down here, saw one of these barrels apparently, and decided, yep, I'm gonna be a fisherman. So yes, we've got all of our sheep down here. I got a nice little ladder up here. We got wheat right there. We've got some flowers on display over here in this podzol. I love podzol, beautiful people. It's my favorite grass block. But moving on up, we built this extension. You saw me build that. I added in this little campfire right here with the, oh, very berry bush right there. We have a flint and steel for when we want to turn this on, if we ever want to turn it on, or we could just put it out like that. I don't know. It's whatever you want it to be. And this is just basically the same front that we saw before, just a little bit more flowers and decoration. We got stairs down here to the wheat and all this stuff. It's pretty simple, but I think it's pretty effective. Moving on to in here, I kind of wanted something more grand for this, but honestly, this tiny little shack kind of worked for a little entranceway here. Nothing too special here, just the same sort of design that I have for up top, just some more plants and some carpet. I did change the carpet design. I added in some details, some different colors, because I thought maybe that'll help mix it up, make it look better. I added this little kind of room separator with the banners here. We got a bed in case we want to sleep, and yeah, I love this block palette. I think this looks pretty good for what it is, and then this is all just the same. I recessed these into the ground, make it look a little better, and yeah, I think this looks pretty darn good. And as you can see, it's pretty darn effective too. Form and function. I absolutely love that about Minecraft. You can have both. And I did manage to put zombies into the top 2 modules of our iron farm, so those 2 are working now. Except for the fact that I'm a bit of a donut. Sometimes I think I'm just smart enough to realize how stupid I am. So as you'll be able to see here in the background, the top 2 modules of this iron farm are working perfectly, flawlessly, very, very good. However, no matter how long we sit here, these bottom 2 modules will never spawn iron golems. Because you see, beautiful people, when an iron golem spawns here and passes by these guys on the bottom module, that resets their iron golem spawning mechanic. Therefore, even when they're panicked, they go, oh, nope, there was recently an iron golem around, so they don't spawn in another one. So in order to expand this iron farm, instead of going vertically, we need to go horizontally. So instead of going this way a little bit more, I counted out 16 spots just to be safe, and we're gonna bring another couple modules all the way out here. And hopefully it'll be easier. I could just use some boats and move those villagers and those zombies over horizontally, and we can get even more iron. But on the bright side, while I was building this absolutely beautiful area in this mountaintop, we were getting tons and tons of iron. So much iron, in fact, that we filled up almost an entire shulker box full of iron blocks. So what's even the point of expanding this anymore? So getting all of those villagers, building that entire place, didn't even help me accomplish the goal that I set out doing by starting the projects. Oh, Minecraft is my favorite video game. Yeah, Discord, subscribe, and stay beautiful.